Battle Royale fans are spoiled on mobile with so many great games out there, but if you're wondering which are the best ones, you're in the right place. Hey Warriors, I'm Ben, and today on Android Gamespot, we'll talk about the best Battle Royale games on Android and iOS. And just a quick reminder before we begin, I publish new videos every week, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell for more epic content. Number 10. Rules of Survival, which is a game you probably have heard of as it's been around for quite some time. Rules of Survival is a battle royale game that's pretty similar to PUBG on many levels. And despite having lower graphics and the occasional lag here and there, it's still fun to play. You can pick from 5 modes. You have solo, duo, squads, and fireteam, which are teams of 4 and 5 players. The game has 2 maps, Gili Island with up to 120 players and Fearless Fjord with up to 300 players. Yep, Battle Royale with 300 players. Where Rules of Survival suffers are the gameplay mechanics. The aiming feels inconsistent and the aim assists only make matters worse. There's an FPS mode too, but you need to download it separately if you want to try it. Driving is also a bit on the funky side. You can of course customize your character, weapons and even vehicles, and although the game is definitely less optimized than games like FORTNITE or PUBG, it's also less demanding, so more budget phones can run it. Number 9. Retract. Retract is a brand new multiplayer game that is in early access. I got to try it and I have to say that the graphics look pretty good. The developer stated that they're aiming for a high quality, realistic graphics on mobile, and I think they did a decent job. They also announced that it's going to deliver a realistic experience with skill-based gun mechanics, so no auto shoot and no pay to win. They'll also have a shooting range to practice in between matches, and plenty of updates coming up with new features like maps, weapons and overall improvements. If you're in the market for a Battle Royale FPS game, you should probably keep an eye on this. Number 8. Rocket Royale. Rocket Royale puts its own twist on the genre by putting the spotlights on crafting. And it does so by having all players gather resources to build a rocket so you can escape the battlefield. This, as you can imagine, changes the dynamics of the gameplay. So for example, as you're building your rocket, other players will try to hijack it. And it's a good idea to go ahead and build some kind of fort to protect your getaway plan. Rocket Royale matches put 25 players on a map and you can play solo or in teams of 2 and 3. And unlike games like PUBG, there are no shrinking dead zones here or even parachutes, but you can use portals to quickly navigate around the island. Another thing that I like about Rocket Royale is that virtually everything on the island is destructible. There is plenty of content to keep you playing, like new weapons, loot, bonus avatars, and custom rockets to unlock. Number 7. Creative Destruction. If Minecraft and PUBG were to make a game together, it will come pretty close to Creative Destruction. I'll explain. You'll parachute into a huge battlefield where 100 players will be gunning for one another. You will have weapons like flamethrowers and rocket launchers and of course the Destructor, with which you can destroy any piece of the world before you and use those very same items to build a stronghold for survival. The game is designed to be accessible with its colorful, cartoonish graphics and the option to choose from the first-person or third-person camera angle. And last but not least, the weather system changes during battle, which keep things fresh and dynamic. During its first week of release, the game managed to get 35 million downloads, and the latest biggest update, bringing Transformers into the formula, will keep the Creative Destruction ball rolling. Number 6. Free Fire. With over 450 million downloads and 50 million daily active users, Free Fire is one of the latest mobile games to hit the $1 billion in gross revenue, and it is one of the biggest and most popular Battle Royale games in Southeast Asia and Latin America. But what sets the game apart from PUBG or other Battle Royale games is its ability to run on lower specs devices, and also its focus on hero-style character classes and abilities. Each round lasts for 10 minutes with only 50 players, so the matches feel a whole lot faster than say PUBG Mobile. Free Fire is also present in the esports scene with the Free Fire World Series gathering over 100 million views online. Plenty of impressive numbers from Free Fire. Number 5. Super Mecha Champions. There aren't that many Battle Royale games for the anime fans out there, which I am one of them of course, but thankfully Super Mecha Champions come in to fill that void, and does a great job as well, if I may say so. You'll be able to call down a mecha and control it during the match against other players, giving room to some spectacular battles just like I daydreamed about as a kid watching Gundam on TV, and a shout out to anime fans worldwide. There are 6 pilots you can pick from. These are your heroes. 2 are playable from the start with 4 unlockable as you progress through the game. You can also play solo or in teams of 2 or 3. The action is explosive and I found it really fun to jump between my pilot and mecha. And again, this is definitely for the anime fans, as even some of the characters are voiced by famous Japanese voice actors like Rina Sato, who plays Makoto Niijima in Persona 5 the animation, and Tomokazu Seki, who plays Gilgamesh in Fate Grand Order. Super Mecha Champions is available on iOS and Android right now. Number 4. FORTNITE. FORTNITE was one of the first games to start mixing things up in the genre, so in addition to staying alive and taking care of other players in the map, if you catch my drift, you're to collect resources to build walls, stairs and more, which will help you defend yourself from enemy fire. FORTNITE appeal and popularity has been on the decline over the past year or so, which saw the revenue have a major drop. Now don't get me wrong, it's a fun game, but I personally think that choosing not to put the game on the Google Play Store for Android gamers hurt it in the long run. Also, the graphics were turned down on Android from the iOS version, the frame rate capped at 30 FPS, and the game not being compatible with many devices didn't do it any favors. Number 3. Cyber Hunter. Cyber Hunter is one of the few Battle Royale games that actually offers a unique hook, and it shakes things up with some fun additions that I'll talk about in a second. Cyber Hunter throws you in a futuristic cyberpunk world where not only the focus is on survival, of course, but also exploration. And I mean that in every aspect, like you'll be climbing walls and towers, as every surface in the game is climbable. The visuals look great and there are 5 major weapons you can use in the game: SMGs, rifles, sniper rifles, shotguns and throwables. These weapons come with their own unique special abilities, like there's a shotgun that can heal your teammates or grenades that can freeze water. Doesn't that sound cool? No pun intended. Cyber Hunter also has a massive choice of vehicles, and even these vehicles have special skills like to transform into boats or planes or even mechas. And to top all this awesome insanity off, the soundtrack is absolutely amazing, and it has been composed by Nier Automata Keiichi Okabe and Tekken's Ryuichi Takada. The soundtrack really brings out the cyberpunk vibes of the game, and it will change based on your actions. We're almost at the top 2 games, but first, here are some honorable mentions. Number 2. Call of Duty Mobile. I will be talking about the Battle Royale mode for COD Mobile in this video, but if you wanna check out more, I have 2 more videos for you. One is a Call of Duty review and the other, a comparison with PUBG Mobile. Links to both are in the description down below. Although released recently at the time this video is being published, COD Mobile has already set the tone and gathered quite the following from both mobile and console players. The Battle Royale mode in the game is by no means just another clone, and it comes with a few unique differences like the variety of vehicles you can drive in the game, such as the helicopter or the raft, and on top of the rivers and hills of the map, all the maps from across the Call of Duty franchise have been added to the Battle Royale map, making it one of the most diversified battle arenas on mobile. The mode also brings in the Call of Duty classes, so you can play as a mechanic, a scout or a ninja, and the gameplay has some fun twists like a bunch of zombies roaming around the map and airdrops that are packed with high level gear goodness, but these are guarded by bosses, enormous monsters that are hard to defeat, and I would definitely recommend you to go in a team if you wanna try. Number 1. PUBG Mobile. The game that doesn't need any introduction, but well, for the purpose of this video, I will still talk about it. PUBG Mobile is the game that started the Battle Royale madness on mobile. Since its release, countless of clones have seen the light of day. Many can't even compete, and the really good ones are in this video. But if you're looking for the classic Battle Royale experience, look no further, because that's PUBG Mobile in a nutshell. The game is also constantly getting updates, bringing new modes like the arcade and mini zone modes, new costumes, cool crossover events like the Mission Impossible, the Resident Evil 2, one of my favorites, or the latest The Walking Dead event, and one of the biggest mobile esports scenes out there. In short, if you have a phone that can run it, you should definitely give PUBG Mobile a try if you haven't yet. What games have you played from this list? And do you think Apex Legends will take the top spot when released? Let me know in the comment section down below. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, your likes are very much appreciated, and subscribing is a good idea if you have not yet, as I make new videos like this every week. Also, special thanks to my Patreon and YouTube supporters, and if you also want to support the channel to keep getting better, you can sign up for a membership on YouTube or Patreon and get access to plenty of awesome rewards like behind the scenes or video shoutouts as a bonus. Links to both are in the description. Once again, I'm Ben, thank you warriors for watching, and I'll see you next time right here on Android Gamespot. Stay epic!